You for joining me. I can't believe it's already our second Tuesday live of the new year. So tonight I'm doing some catching up on cotton cuts. Um, I have month 5, which came out the very last Friday in November. But in December, with Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve both falling on Tuesdays, I hadn't got a chance to sew them up. So I plan on finishing month 5 tonight, maybe starting month 6, but it kind of depends how long it takes. So we'll see. I aim to usually stay on for about an hour. Hey Beth, how are you? Thanks for joining me. Hi Nicole. How's everything for you guys? It's freezing here in New York. I'm someone with a sweatshirt on tonight. Alright, so I'm just getting everything set up. I have my instructions here, and this one had 4 blocks. So for my tutorial from before, I have just done 1, so I have 3 more to make tonight. Hi, Dad. Oh, Beth, I bet. And you guys have snow. Oh, yeah. Arnetta, you guys got a lot of snow, too. Hi. Yeah, we got lucky. Here in New York, we just got like a dusting, and then it went away, but it's definitely been windy and chilly. All right, so I have all the pieces. I'm just laying them out. It helps me just to have them in like the order that they're printed. Yeah, I've been watching pictures and people in Maryland and everywhere down south. It's so wild to see like some of the southern states with so much snow. Usually that's us up here. I'm not complaining though. The worst part is like shoveling out your car in the city after it gets plowed in. Hi, Lucy. So tonight I am sewing up. I'm an ambassador for Cotton Cuts. So they do 2 like block of the months each year. It's called a puzzle mystery quilt. And so this is their Wild West, and I have the colorway Josie. So I'm sewing up month 5 for it. They actually have a new puzzle mystery quilt starting next month in February. I think the first clue ships the first Friday of February. So if any of you like quilting or want to give it a chance, it's really a great program, and it's actually how I learned to quilt. My very first quilt was through Cotton Cuts. So they break it down really well for you. Yeah, Nicole, I bet you guys like have sent us all your cold weather down. Aw, thank you so much. I'm so glad that your goal is to comment and then learn. So thank you. Yeah. If anyone is lurking too, that's fine. I totally appreciate anybody just joining in, whether you're just watching. Like, it means so much to me. Like, when it's done, then I can see, and while it's live too, I can see how many people are like watching and whatnot. So it's always like very humbling when I get off and see like the hours that it added up to and how many people. So I definitely appreciate you, whether you're just watching and lurking, or if you're commenting, or both. Anything. It's great. I love being, part of the sewing community and having this little community here. Oh yeah, Lucy. Yeah, so the Tree of Life puzzle mystery quilt just finished. That was October maybe, or November. Might have been November. I don't know the exact month. So that one just finished. And so that was technically their spring 2024. So now the spring 2025 is opening. And I am going to be sewing up a colorway called Phoenix. And I'm really excited because it all looks like autumn colors. And the fabric is batiks, and I've never sewn batiks for. So I'm really excited to try something new. And what's great about this is it gives you every month you can print out your instructions. If you purchase like the box, like all of it up front, you'll get like an email and you can just print everything. but otherwise they'll ship it month to month. It's your choice. And it breaks it down like so easy for you. So, like I said, this is how I started to get into quilting. And now I've done some projects where I actually have to cut everything myself, but just having it all cut and just ready to sew is so convenient. And I just keep my color card because they list the fabrics by letter, because the instructions are the same for all small and all large. So I just always hold it and make sure that I am putting out the correct fabrics. All right. And so since I was making, or there's 4 blocks, each of these things that I'm putting out probably have like 3 different steps. So I'm going to do all 3 blocks at once. So that's why you'll see me laying out different ones. Yeah, I think it was November. I think you're right. Yeah, it's really great. I know Kasaya from Saya Swag is doing a quilting like block each month. And also, if you've heard of Cotton Cuts before, you might have heard of her channel, So Becca. So her name's Becca, and she is on YouTube, and she also is putting together a free tutorial for each month is a different quilt block, and you can use your own fabrics, and she's providing the instructions and everything for free. And she has different size blocks, I think like 3, 6, 9, and 12. So definitely check out her channel too. I actually found her through Cotton Cuts, and I really enjoy. So if you like quilting and haven't found her channel yet, it's really great. Hi, Nikki. Yeah, so Okla Roots is actually how I found Cotton Cuts. So I think it was back in 2021. She had did a puzzle mystery quilt. So she's actually how I found it. And she's also written, she has a couple quilt patterns and has done like a block of the month. Like if you look on her channel, you could go back and watch the past videos for it. I think it still has links to all the instructions for the blocks and everything as well. Yeah, I am really enjoying, like, I enjoy switching between quilting, making bags. I have a ton of stuff cut out for my nieces to make clothes. So I really enjoy jumping between different things. I'm working on a new bag pattern. I sewed up a prototype the other night. Actually, Jason came up with the idea, so I was putting it together, the first one, trying to see like if the pieces all fit and whatnot. So now I need to go back in Illustrator and modify a little bit. So hopefully I'll have a new pattern coming out in the next month or 2. Thanks, Beth. I know it's a busy time of year, but I hope when it's ready that if you want to test it, you'll join in. Yeah, Okla Roots block party, exactly. So when I first started sewing, I was like way too intimidated to do the block party. But if she does one again, I really want to join in. Her schnauzers and trousers. I realized I pressed one of these too. The wrong side. Did I just really do this? Okay. This is why sometimes I don't sew live when I'm following instructions or things that I don't really watch. I totally just sewed the fabric A to fabric piece C. So now I need to pull all these apart. The good thing is that with quilting, it's probably, I don't know if it's a bad thing because some long armors have said that you should backstitch, but I really don't backstitch. So at least pulling these apart won't be quite as difficult. Beth. Yeah, I remember you saying that, but I feel like I'm at this point where I've made so many mistakes on lives now where I'm just like, well, it's okay. It happens. And I know we all do it. So hopefully you guys seeing me make this mistakes makes some of you feel a little bit better when it happens to you. Oh yeah, nothing like sewing the wrong piece of vinyl and then you have the holes in it. I've definitely done that enough times as well. And I've totally like re-sewed the vinyl and then would sit here and hand crank the machine and line up every single hole. That's the worst. Oh, Nicole, thank you. So the outside edges. Okay, not so much the inside where you're sewing a block to each other. All right. That makes me feel better. I guess when I put the whole quilt together at the end of the 10 months, then I'll definitely have to. Because what was happening is it is a habit to backstitch for me, being a bag maker. But I found, especially sometimes with like the half square triangles, when I backstitch, that's when my machine wants to eat the fabric. Hi, Mary Lou. How are you doing? All right. So now I double checked it. The worst part is I have this right next to me with all the fabric colors and letters, but it's so easy to mess up. Oh my gosh. Lucy, were you able to fix the timing yourself or did you have to take it to somebody? I'm really glad this is a very mechanical, there's no computerized parts because I did mess up the timing once on this machine. But I was able to search it and found a YouTube video and I was able to fix it myself. Well, thankfully it wasn't off like a crazy amount, but all right. And the good thing is about doing the same blocks at once, at least I can just kind of like chain stitch these and run them through. Oh my gosh. I'm using Aurifil thread and I started the quilt with it. So I'm like, I gotta finish it with it. But I don't know. I always have trouble. Like it just broke. And I don't know if it's because it's like so dainty because it's cotton. But I really think I'm gonna start doing my quilts with like Gutermann with the polyester. Because I have the Tex 35 for bags, but I have all this like regular Gutermann, you know, like the normal one that you could buy at Joann's that I don't really use. So I don't know. I think I'm just like, oh, well, it's Aurifil. I should use it for a quilt, but I feel like I got so many problems with it. All right, let's try this again. Oh wow, Lucy, the next day? That's awesome because I know sometimes people say when they send out their machine that it takes a lot longer. Beth, so I am doing a pop-up shop at So Whatever Studio. Well, for a couple reasons. One, they're definitely like limited on space. And two, I think I'm flying out to St. Louis instead of driving. So that makes it so much harder to get the supplies out there. So my plan is I'm going to bring some stuff for like a pop-up shop, but I'm also going to give everybody like a discount code and take orders before, and then that way if people order ahead of time, I can bring out specific things for them. So that's kind of my plan for right now. Hi Winter, love you. Hi Willow, hi Addie, love you guys. Hi Meg. My nieces are watching and they're so cute. They come on, they're like, we see you on TV, because you know, they're growing up in an age where it's like they'll watch YouTube on the television. So different from when I was a kid. Nicole, I'm sorry to hear that you have trouble with Orifil, but it makes me feel better knowing that, because I know everybody, not everybody, but you see everybody talking about it and loving it, and I have so many problems with it. So I'm glad it's not just me. Yeah, Beth, I'm excited to see like who else is vending and just to see everybody in person. So I know if you guys have been following me in my group, or if you were on last week, what I'm talking about is in April, Lauren Mormino from mormino.com or So Whatever, she is hosting So Whatever weekend, or So Whatever Summit. And I'm going to be teaching out there in April. So that's what Beth and I are chatting. So if you, tickets are sold out right now, but I think she might open it up depending if classes don't fill or not. Oh yeah, see, Arnett, you use Gutermann too? Yeah, I use that Gutermann, like that's when I started with bags. I have a whole bunch, and quilts that I've done on my own, I have put I have used Gutermann, but I'm like, you know, I don't know, from Cotton Cuts, and they have Orifil, so I was like, let me use it. All right, I'm like triple checking now that I have lined these up to the correct colors. Oh, Beth, you're saving money for shopping. Oh, Nikki. There's gonna be more. There's Amanda's hosting from So Besties, doing Socation in Las Vegas in July. And I'm hoping she does one in Florida, because Florida is so much easier for me to just drive straight down from New York than across the country, especially to Bend. So, and I'm hoping Mojo Sews wants to do another like retreat weekend. Like that was so much fun. So hopefully more things keep popping up. Yeah, you're right, Arnetta. The polyester definitely lasts longer. And like I'm not gentle like on things. I don't like hand wash or hang dry. I throw everything in the dryer, so it might be better if I use polyester. Oh, Nikki, you're in Minnesota, right? I'm pretty sure. I would totally go to Minnesota. I've only been there once for a layover in the airport. Actually, on the way to Vegas. Cryptic. Yeah, the cool thing is there's so many hotels. I really, really want to do something in the Northeast, like New England area. Would love that. The thing is there's so many of us all over, and we all want everything everywhere. I know there's another bag sewing event in California in September, but that one I didn't apply for because I think it's like the first or second weekend in September, and I'll be like just going back to work and school. So I'm like, I can't take time off the very first weekend of school. Yeah, Mary Lou. I'm gonna start reaching out to places in New England that's my goal. I'm going home this weekend, and I think I'm gonna stop in a couple like quilt shops and make connections and be like, would you let me do a class here? There's one in Colchester, Connecticut that I want to check out because I forgot what group it is, but I think they do some bag making too. Yeah, oh, so many creations. She's in New York. She's I want to say it's like an hour and a half northwest of where I am. And Jess is so nice. I didn't know that she is doing weekend retreats. I knew she did like day ones. That would be awesome if she did a weekend one. And she also does the online Zoom classes as well. So that's really fun too if you are interested in Zoom classes. I have to make 9 of these, so I'm just making sure that I have it laid out correctly. I'm so paranoid now that I'm putting them together the wrong way. See, this is where my feed dog just ate it. Sometimes if that happens, I'll like start on the other side. Alright, so hopefully these pieces will act as like a leader for each other and that doesn't happen. Well, I have a small needle on. I have a 70-10 needle, so... But... Oh, you did, Mary Lou? She did, was it the violet that she just did? I saw pictures. I don't remember the name of the bag she just did, but it was gorgeous. I saw some pictures people were posting. She's so nice. I love her selection of cork. Cork is one of my favorite like types of materials to sew with, but whenever I make a cork bag, it's usually for me because it's just so costly. The violet barrel bag. Okay, I was right. Yeah, it came out super cute. There was a lot of really nice designs that people did. And she's definitely one of the places that I go to for cork. Because sometimes people advertise stuff as Portuguese cork, but it's not really the best. But her cork is quality. I really like it. I have 3 more I need to make of these, but let me trim these down first. Yeah, so this weekend is our first sewing marathon, and we're sewing up the Alice by Lacus Design. And it can be done as a wallet, and then there's like a small size you could do as a wristlet, or a larger size that you could do like a crossbody. So I chose the crossbody, but Saturday all weekend, I'll post a link in my groups and stuff, especially when it gets closer. But from literally like 9 in the morning till 9 at night, every hour, there's different people on YouTube, different sewists that are gonna have their videos premiere. So and when they premiere, that means that the chat is live, and so we all watch them together and chat with each other. So my video is going to go live at 1 Eastern. So if any of you guys are interested in that, definitely check it out. Hi, Liz. And quite a few people on it. I believe Nikki, Beth, Liz, I think all you guys are participating. So definitely put in the chat what time your videos start if you'd like. Or share your channels. Alright, I'm just... Oh my gosh. Tonight is the night of mistakes. When I like turn this off and I call it, like label the video, it's gonna be like no longer live. Watch me make a million mistakes. I just sewed 2 pink triangles together instead of pink and green. The worst part is like I don't even know why. Like I don't feel distracted or anything. Like I knew they were all right here. But these were in a pile and normally I lay everything out. Oh, perfect, Liz. Aw, the puppies. Yeah, I really look forward to marathon days and chatting with everyone. I think that's the best part about sewing retreats, whether it's bag making, quilting, or is just being in person with everybody. And when you can't be in person, I just love being able to interact with people through the chat and groups and stuff. So. Oh my gosh. I'll never want to see a half square triangle again after this. It got pushed into the feed dog, so I just switched it around and went the other way. Liz with the 3 cats. I miss cats so much. I've been like looking on like the city shelters, and I'm like looking at maybe either what's it called, like volunteering or doing foster or something. Like I miss having a cat. Oh, Lucy, thank you for putting it. If you want to put the link into the not the description, I'd have to do that, into the chat, feel free. Because I knew that they were having one, I just didn't know the details. I wish I could make it to that one. Like I said, that's the beginning of school. Here in New York City, the kids start school right after Labor Day, so it's just like right near it. So I finally, for Christmas, I asked for a new iron because my old Steam Fast was on recall. So this is one of the newer versions, or a version that wasn't on recall. It works so well. I find it so convenient to have like a mini iron near me instead of trying to lug out a big one. Aw. Yeah, my boyfriend Jason's allergic. Like he gets itchy, but or he was allergic to my old cat, and so he stayed with my parents. But I guess it depends on the cat and their saliva and dander and everything. So, oh, only Maud's gonna. I'm gonna have to make some of you guys that hop in every Tuesday night as moderators so you could do it. Lucy, are you near the fires? I don't think I realized that you were in California. I hope everything, like, you're okay, your family's okay. Yeah, where I grew up in school, in Connecticut, we started school at the end of August. Um, but here in New York, they go later. And we have so many different holidays here because of all the different cultures and such. But we also go to the very end of June. I think the last day of school is usually like June 29th or something. It's very late. Aw. Nikki, so do you take anything for it? Or like I know they make allergy shots and stuff too. Like there's been so many different, advances with medicine and everything. I think this is my absolute least favorite part about sewing or quilting or anything is all the ironing in it. It's true. Like you always see where people are like, and before I started, I was like, oh, sewing, and then you start doing it, and I'm like, oh my god, there's so much more math than I realized, more ironing, more cutting. Oh, that's good though, as long as it works, right? Yeah, I love pets. All we have here now is we have a lizard. We have a leopard gecko named Lizzie. So we don't really, she doesn't get taken out or handled or anything. She just chills in her cage. Looks like a little dinosaur. I've had her, oh my gosh, probably at least one, two, three, probably 6 or 7 years now, maybe. But she was my classroom pet. And so when I moved from having like a homeroom to teaching just a specialty, I took her home. Oh, not far from Wonderground. That's kind of nice. All right, so now I'm laying out the next step so that way I hopefully don't mess this one up. Yeah, see, it really depends on the cats and the different animals. That's why we'd have to do like I definitely think I want to um volunteer at the shelter, but in order to foster, we'd have to kind of test it out. Oh, that's awesome, Lucy. I have bought a projector, but I have not set it up or anything. It's one that would have to be like mounted from the ceiling though. So I'd either have to mount it or I've been trying to find I know some people have gotten really creative with using like different poles or um not for like boom mics, but just different equipment that they've attached to like tables to kind of so you don't have to attach it to your ceiling. Yeah, Nikki, mine is totally in the box underneath our coffee table. Oh, definitely not Liz. I mean, I don't really want time to rush by, but at the same time, I totally do. And I'm excited to like fly out into Illinois and go into St. Louis and go to Illinois. I've only ever been to like the Midwest once, and that was like back in high school. We did this Rotary convention thing in Wisconsin, and we like flew into Chicago and then drove up to Wisconsin. So I don't really have any travel experience in the Midwest, so I'm super excited about that. I love traveling and checking out new places. All right, so now again, I'm like triple checking that I'm turning these to the correct way. Oh my gosh, -1. Nikki, is that the feel like, or is that like your actual temperature right now? Because if that is the actual, oh my gosh, 1 degree. I walked to the store earlier and I thought that was bad, and it's in the 20s here. Oh my gosh, the actual temp. I can't even imagine your feel like. It's funny because like as a kid growing up in New England, we used to get like so much snow, and you really see the difference. We haven't really had as many big storms. And especially now that I live in New York and being right near the water, it's been a few years since we've had a really big storm here. Yeah, Lizette in Alabama, I can't even imagine. Oh, Crystal, you're in Maine. Yeah, Maine right now is cold. But beautiful though. Liz, are you stuck home? Like, I know when snow tends to hit down south, you don't always have the equipment to deal and move it. Nikki, I bet I totally am wearing sweatpants right now, and I'm like, all right, I'm wearing this sweatshirt. I'm like, I'm at a point where I've done so many lives that I used to get really nervous, like, oh my gosh. I mean, I still am mindful because I try not to wear clothes that are like trademarked by brands or anything like that. But this sweatshirt is like the, I don't know if you can see, the sewing community one from Mojo Sew. So I'm like, all right, it's applicable. Oh my gosh, Krista. Yeah, I can't even believe what it must feel like from you coming from Florida to up in New England to Maine. All right, so now I'm just attaching these three here to the right of these three. I'm just making sure that I am grabbing them correctly, and I'm going to pull them closer to me, and I'm clipping the seams. Yeah, once the pieces start getting bigger, that's when I either clip or pin, and especially if there's like a seam going through it. What's funny is like I went to college in Florida, and you know, like when like Floridians are like, oh, it's 50, and we're like, oh, we wish it would be 50 up here, but like 50 down in Florida feels a heck of a lot colder than what people realize. I don't know if it's like the moisture in the air from humidity or whatnot, but it definitely feels it. What is max velocity? Is it a weather channel or is it? I'm not sure. These I'm not sewing back to back. I'm just I'm gonna do one of these at a time since they're longer. But I'm pretty excited. That point came out pretty good. So I don't always stress about the points if as long as it's not like super noticeable. For me, quilting is kind of just my time to not really stress about it. I don't ever plan on entering them into like shows or anything like that. So, oh, thanks, Nicole. I'm pretty impressed with that one. Oh, I'll have to check it out, Liz. Does he do weather for like all over or just like where you are? Oh, that's really cool. All right. Well, even with all the mistakes happening, at least they're coming together nicely when I finally get it right. Because this one doesn't look too bad either. Oh, that's cool. I have to check out some of these. I haven't watched the weather in so long, and it's so bad because I'll leave the house thinking like it's gonna be, I don't know, cold or warm, and then I get outside and I'm like, ooh. And then I walk into the subway. The worst part right now is it's freezing out, so I'm all bundled up, but then I get to the subway and they have the heat like blasting. Liz, are you doing the new cotton cuts? I believe it ships the first Friday in February. I want to say the 7th, maybe? Whatever that first Friday is. It's a lot of fun. What's nice is that it just comes to you each month and you don't have to cut anything. The instructions are there. Like, you can just literally sit and start sewing. And I also really enjoy being active in Cotton Cuts Facebook group. They have a really nice community. Even if you're not doing the puzzle mystery quilt, because they have other quilting subscriptions and boxes and stuff, it is a really, really friendly Facebook group to be a part of. So highly recommend it if you like quilting and you're not already in it. Liz, I totally understand that. I need another project. I know. I have a few going. I have a couple out, like shirts for my nieces cut out, and I have had a Lucy backpack from Swoon cut out for like 3 months now, because I want to film a tutorial for for it. So hopefully I'll be able to get that done. That's my plan for the next one, since I finished the Alice wallet, and the month 7 for this one doesn't come out till the end of the month, so I'm hoping that I can fit that one in. I really enjoy sewing backpacks, whether it's a mini backpack or a standard one. I think probably next Tuesday on my live, my sister really liked the Stian backpack that I made by Lacus Design. It had, it wasn't on a live, it was like a full-length tutorial on my channel, but I have some really awesome fabric that is a court of thorns and roses, and so I want to make her a backpack out of it. So I think I'm going to cut that out and then start that on my next Tuesday live. For 2 years now. Oh, Nikki, I have to post the picture in your group. I made my grandma the greedy clutch for Christmas, and I have the cutest picture of her wearing it. So I'm glad you said that, because like it just triggered the memory in my brain. I need to post it in your group and share it. Krista, do you have a particular backpack pattern that you really like making? I definitely will, Nikki. I need to remember to do it when I get off the live tonight. I think the other reason I really enjoy making backpacks too is that that's what I use to go to work as a teacher. I love the convenience of just like throwing it on my back, and I can walk with it and carry it. Tote bags are great, but I load them up so much and then I'm like slanted to the side. So I find backpacks work so well for me. So I love checking out different patterns. As far as like a purse, like I enjoy making the mini backpacks, but I don't really use them as a purse. I think my go-to purse is like a crossbody. Oh, that's great, Liz. My mom bought me a planner. She has it at home. So when I go see her this weekend, I'm going to get it. And my goal, I'm terrible at using planners, but my goal is to actually try to stay consistent with it and really map out. 2 of my YouTube goals for this year is I really want to reach 4,000 subscribers. But I also want to try to do at least 2 tutorials, not the lives. The Tuesday lives are like a given, but 2 pre-recorded tutorials a month. So it's kind of my hope, and I'm hoping I can make that happen. I know, Nikki, right? Organized. Yeah. If anyone saw like what it looks like behind me, I am not organized, but I know where everything is. So I guess there's that, right? Oh, Liz, a gratitude journal. Well, I guess now you can do both, right? It's cool. I actually saw gratitude journals at the store. It's neat. Like journaling can be really helpful. So yeah, organized chaos. That is totally me. It will look like a mess. It drives my mom crazy, but I know exactly where everything is. Oh, awesome, Liz. Yeah, I feel like 2 pre-recorded videos is totally doable. one with the, the sewing marathon each month, and then another one. So for January, I'll definitely hit that goal because I did the travel bag um, the other day by Bell Originals and posted that, and that was a lot of fun too. And I really like how it came together. Oh, happy planners. Oh my gosh. Those are another thing that you can really fall down the rabbit hole with all the stuff that you can add to them. I love Can Do Patterns. I haven't tried their retro tech or their other sling ones, but I need to add them to my list because the way that she writes patterns, she's definitely one of my favorite pattern writers or designers. Oh my gosh, Liz, that's so funny. You did type that at like the same time. Yeah, the lives are so helpful. I was so happy that I didn't catch the last one, but the one before. So it depends. Sometimes my Sundays are like more lazy and I'm around. Other times that's like my last day of getting errands in. Um, but yeah, lives have been so helpful for my channel and also just for like me, like my own mental health. Like I genuinely mean it when I really, really look forward to Tuesdays. And it's also helped me be productive because I'm also a procrastinator. And even though I film like a tutorial each month for these quilt blocks, I would sometimes put off so for this there's four, so I sewed the one and I would put off the other three and then doing everything all at once. So the lives have really helped me be more organized and methodical about what I'm sewing and what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's good, Nicole. This other lady that I was speaking to who's not a sewist, but was talking about like body doubling and that she'll put on YouTube, and if so she's like writing a report or something, like she'll put a similar video on, or she's cleaning, she'll do that, and it helps her do whatever her task is. And I never really heard of that before, and I'm like, oh, but that makes a lot of sense. And I think a lot of us sewists do that. I will put on different videos while I'm sewing if I'm not recording, just to have, some background noise, or it's cool to see like new patterns or what people are working on. Yeah, that's really cool, is that you're literally like making your own wardrobe. And it's awesome, like the slow fashion version of it, not buying everything and whatnot. Yeah, so yes, lives, I agree. Sometimes I like watching lives that already happened when I am sewing, because then it's like, okay, I'm not like distracted by trying to type in and be interactive. And it definitely can be distracting because you see me make a few mistakes tonight. Oh, hi, Brittany. How's it going? I know, Liz, like your clothing, like it also fits perfect. I saw the white sweater, like the picture that you posted with the kitties on it, and it's just so cute. I think like I don't like using Facebook Marketplace in New York because I feel like it can be a little bit intimidating or sketchy, like meeting up with people. But back in my hometown, I really want to look for a cover stitch because I don't want to pay like full price, um, because I wouldn't use it that often. But I literally hate hemming so much. And I think that would be really helpful because like some of the stuff that I have to sew that are the shirts for my nieces, they're already put together and serged. They're just not hemmed. And then by the time I hem them, it's like, oh, they're going to be in the next size. Oh, that's good, Nicole. Yeah, and I have I think you were mentioning like I have the brother serger, the 1034, I think it's DX. And I found it for a really good deal at Walmart. It was $1.99 at Walmart. And I know it was super intimidating to learn to thread it, but I actually really, really like it and think it works fine for what I do with it. Hi, Crystal. Oh, well, I'm glad you said hi. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier. I love the people that even if you're just watching, like I just appreciate it so much. Look, I didn't even really do anything, and I just broke thread or pulled it out or something. And also because it's cotton, I feel like I have the worst time trying to get it through the needle. All right. Oh, Arnetta, what did you think? I love Cricut. I have an Air from, I don't know, like 2015, and I use it all the time. Um, I used to make a lot of shirts with like the iron-on vinyl and stuff like that. But I use it for bag making for, like for example, if I make the Hugo bag, I cut all the applique, like the face out on my Cricut. I do the zipper overlays on mine. It can be really, really useful with sewing. Oh, that's a good, yeah. So, Crystal, so when I do my lives, I really have to kind of think about um, getting everything organized and having it right here because normally when I'm sewing, I don't have everything like so organized and pre-cut and ready to go. Like I'll like if I need zipper tape, it's like okay, well then I'll grab my zipper and cut it as I'm actually doing that. And so I definitely take a very different approach to lives. And also if I'm pre-recording too. Pre-recording a video tutorial really makes me think and plan everything out, especially because I like to did I really just do this? Sorry. Look, this needs to be like this with the green on the bottom. Think when you can play a game, like how many times do I need to seam rip tonight? But yeah, pre-recording what I was saying is like that really makes me think about it too because I always lay out the pieces and everything that I'm gonna use. So I really have to plan that out to make sure I've grabbed everything. Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, if you have access to a machine, if any of you are interested, how Cricut works is they have their program is called Design Space, and you can get a free account. Um, they do have paid versions to get certain, images and stuff, but you can do the free account and you can use somebody else's machine. Like you don't have to buy the machine yourself. So that's a great point, Arnetta. I need to set one up. I used to, a good friend that I work with, we used to have like Cricut nights and we would go over and do different projects and stuff. I know New York has like a makerspace section of their library in the city. I definitely want to check that out because I think it's so cool that different libraries, like some even have long arms and laser machines and all sorts of stuff. It's a great resource that I think a lot of people forget about, including myself. Oh, Nikki, how come it, like, what does it do? Does it just not line up for you, or? Yeah, that's so cool is my hometown library has like nothing technology at all. It's so small. Um, it's actually kind of sad. So I think I'm always jealous. I mean, here in New York, we have a billion, and I definitely need to take more advantage of it. All right. So now this is going to be the true test of lining up points. So this section here, I'm literally putting these together. See, the blades, the mats, I totally agree with you. I just ordered some new mats by the HTV Ront brand that I'm going to try. But I do agree, if you are using them a lot, the mats do become less sticky. I know some people like spray on the glue and make them sticky for themselves. I am like contact allergic to some of the like adhesives, so I don't tend to do that. And it could void your warranty, but if you don't care about that, or if your warranty's expired, I know a lot of people that like spray them. And the blade thing is funny though, because I've had my machine since I think it was like 2015, and I've maybe changed my blade like 3 or 4 times. That's too bad. But honestly, Cricut really started booming during the pandemic. And I have seen people say that like the machines, when they got like depending how long ago that you got them, sometimes they're not made like to the highest quality anymore, because they produced so many during COVID when people started really crafting and stuff. Hi, Kim. Oh my gosh, you have puppy. Did you get another puppy? Yeah, I tried washing my mats. People have recommended washing them with like the Blue Dawn. And that it worked a little bit, but then to me it wasn't worth it for how long it lasts. I just started buying new ones. But I'm excited to try the HTV Ront one because it is more affordable than the Cricut brand. Oh my gosh, you got 2 more puppies? I did not notice that. Yeah, she has cute golden doodles. She has George. I didn't realize she got 2 more. I know she was talking about it, but yeah, 2 8-week-olds. Ah! Oh my gosh, yeah, totally send me a pic on Messenger because I really want to see. Yeah, I've heard wonderful things about Cameo. And the Brothers Scan and Cut too, which sounds great that it can actually like scan your pieces and know what to do. Because that's the other thing too, like I don't mind using SVGs because I feel comfortable with them. But there are some bag patterns where SVGs are included and they'll put everything like all together. And in order to move stuff, you have to in group on group. But then like it moves like maybe for example like where the snap is supposed to go. So unless you know how to do that, it can be super frustrating. Oh my gosh, Kim, that is so funny. Well, you have George. I feel like you have to have a Fred for the Weasleys, but oh my god, Crystal, three puppies at once. So I really like dogs, especially like fluffy dogs, but I am not a morning person. I don't like that you have to walk them all the time, and when they bark, I do not do well with barking and like noise. That's why I like the cat. Aw, that's good. He's being a good older brother. Yeah, Lucy, I want to hear how you like the Cameo. You have to keep us updated. My sister has twins. The one that said earlier, whether she said Winter said hi, Auntie. Winter and Willow are twins, and then my older niece Addie is only a year older. So my sister always gets like, are they triplets? So my sister has her hands full. Give all of you guys so much credit, especially, well, first of all, just being moms, and then if you have multiples. I love making purse pals. I love that they have the cut and sews now where you can just like get them and you don't have to worry about figuring out the best placement of the designs and stuff. Oh my gosh, Crystal, you have a mini aquarium, like not mini, but like I'm thinking like where people go visit type of aquarium. And 5 dogs, 3 cats. Aw, I really do love animals. When I was a kid, I thought I was gonna be like a vet or something. I always had a bunch of pets or coming home with them. My dad, like where I grew up, there's a lot of farmland, and he always worked on farms. So even like as a kid, like going and petting the cows and stuff. Or we had like pigs one year, and they were sick, so we had them. My dad brought like the piglets home in this little box, and my mom came home and she's like, "You have them in the house." That was fun. That's a very clear memory. Your girls are 6 years apart. Did they get along well, Liz? My sister and I are 4.5 years, and we get along awesome now. But growing up, we got along, but we were kind of like one age way apart. So like our friends didn't intermingle and stuff. Oh, that's cool. I think the idea of like a pond outside is so amazing. I love nature, so just to like hear it, especially if there's like a little mini waterfall and stuff, that just sounds like so soothing, like a little nature retreat. Yeah, the using them to cut out stuff for like birthday parties or events is amazing. I That's another thing I used to do with my Cricut is cut out stuff for my nieces for their birthday parties or birthday shirts and first day of school shirts, all that type of stuff. I'm not sure if Brittany from the Emporium is on, but I'm hoping that I can take her sublimation class because I really want to learn how to do that. Because I love the idea that of having a design, because I love HTV and stuff, but it can still come off or crack or anything. So the idea of sublimation where it is, embedded into the fibers, so great. Yeah, Kim, there's no wrong way to use. I feel like when you have a cutting machine, there's no wrong way to use it as long as it works for you. But I also feel that way about any craft or anything like that. Like if you're doing something and it works for you, then that's awesome. Oh, Brittany, you're on. Yes, because I love when you do your sublimation prints, and I really want to take your demonstration. So I gotta double check. I don't remember what day it was, but I'm hoping that if it doesn't fill up, I can join. Yeah, the DTF is really nice too, especially because there's a whole bunch of companies now where you can order the designs and they're relatively affordable compared to what they used to be. Yeah, see my class is Sunday morning too. I gotta see if it overlaps. If not, I might have to beg you for a small private lesson. Oh, Brittany, type your code if you have one for ninja transfers. That's awesome. Oh, good luck, Kim. You're gonna be buried in puppy kisses. Oh yeah, no rush. All right, so now making sure that I have these oriented the right way. Because now I'm adding these big half square triangles here to the top of these. Thankfully, I don't have to match up any, even though there's a center seam, I don't have to align it with any other, so. Oh, okay. So yeah, if you are interested in the transfers, check out Brittany's vlogs because she has a code for them. Oh, that's a great idea, Liz. Or Nicole, to ask Liz to do that. Puppy slobber kisses. Yeah. It's funny. Whenever I visit my parents, they have a golden doodle, and he just has to be around somebody all the time. So if I'm home and my parents leave, he'll come over, and half the time I'll still be in bed, and he's jumping up, and I put the blanket over my head because he just wants to give you a million kisses constantly. Oh, that's good to know. I feel the direct to fabric, the DTF, holds even longer than HTV for sure though. Cause that's printed a whole different way. Liz, did you see that you're being requested to do a YouTube demo or video for your what's it called? The gemstones, rhinestones. I'm just double checking that sometimes when I iron seams, if they're like a large seam, I find that they want to like flip back on me. Oh no, Lucy! Does it let you jump ahead? I think you can like drag the little thing. I've totally accidentally clicked out of lives and stuff. I love these colors in this quilt. My friend Sean, the guy who sews, picked this one out for me. And I told him he could pick any colorway, like I'm up for something new. And he knows that I love bright colors. So he chose this one, and I'm really loving it. Oh, Crystal, I'm glad that you were able to take them, though. It's so sad any hoarding of animals, not just dogs. Yeah, Sean is so awesome. He does like brekkie with whoever every Saturday morning, like a live. And so I believe it's February 8th. I'm going to be on with him, and we're hoping that we have our first cotton cuts clue. We're going to do it together. But he's so fun. I always tease him though, because I'm like, I'm not a morning person. And I'm like, Sean, you always make me get up on my day off. All right, so now I need to add these two panels together, and the only seam I have is down here that actually like lines up. So I'm gonna line those two up, and then just the rest of the edges. I don't think you missed too much, Lucy. Mostly just like if you scroll back in the chat, just responded to some of the things there. Oh, Ian, what is his Ian? Off Kilter Crafter. Yeah, I think it's something like that. Ian, Off Kilter Crafty Ian or something. Yeah, he is really funny and really cool. He does amazing quilts and sewing too. I found so many cool people through Cotton Cuts, both on YouTube and, like I said before, in their Facebook group. And what's cool too is like what I love about YouTube is that everybody has like their own style or whatnot. So it's really cool that you can find so many different videos to suit either your mood or whatever you want to sew. Or I know for me, like, it's been so helpful learning how to sew, learning how to make clothes, quilts, all of that. I don't know. I was not ready to give up on sewing before I found some different YouTubers to start watching, because I'm completely self-taught. Though I did like a whole bunch of crafting my whole life, I never sewed. And like my meme that did had already passed away. So I'm super grateful for the sewing tutorials on YouTube. Laid back chaos. I love watching you, Liz, or Brittany too, with your girls hop on, like Thea or your daughters, Liz. Or like your kitty appearances are hysterical. Like with Brittany, I always look for Donut and George. right, so here's one. Now I got 2 more. Yeah, I think my lives are pretty laid back and just kind of go with the flow, as you can see where I made like 9 billion mistakes tonight. But with my pre-recorded videos, I personally like them as detailed as possible, kind of like straight to the point. Now, I don't really talk about other things, and I like to include timestamps, but that's just because those are the type of videos that I learn best with when I am learning a new pattern. So I try to like emulate that. And I really try to break down things for people who are beginners or might not have ever sewed before. Oh wow, over 50 years. Do you have, Crystal, do you have one that you, or sorry, Rita, but Crystal Dragon. I keep seeing Crystal, so I apologize. That's why I keep saying that. Do you have a paper pattern piece that you recommend, or one that you think would be good to learn on? Because I love the look of paper piecing, like the different designs, but it's really, to me, it's really intimidating because I know, like, first of all, you're sewing through paper, and then it's kind of like the opposite of what the image looks like. So I haven't been brave enough to try one yet. Yeah, I love doing all different types of crafts. I have a cross stitch that I started like before Halloween that's been sitting. I really want to try to finish it. It was like this huge haunted house that was like a stitch along, but it's kind of taken a pause. Arnetta, thank you. That makes me feel better knowing about the timestamps. It honestly, they can be such a pain because I mean, maybe there's an easier way to do it, but how I do it is when I'm uploading my video, I put the captions in, and then I scroll through the captions and find like the time markings of each section. But I just love the convenience of that, especially if it is a long pattern instead of trying to scroll through to find the part I need. I'm gonna call it the English paper piecing. I don't know if I could do it. I am a terrible hand sewer, and I don't have a lot of patience. But I've heard that it is like kind of like soothing to really just do it, and you can make cool like the little hexagon flowers and stuff. I've seen where Okla Roots has used the English paper piecing and then turned them into you know, like different bags and stuff. So that aspect does seem really cool. Hi Gail, how are you? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. And man, and Barbie clothes are so tiny. Yeah, my meme sewed, she was trained by like a professional tailor, and like she hemmed all our clothes and did all that stuff. Um, but even though she lived till I was like 20 or so, but I just never was really interested in sewing at that time. And this machine is from my aunt, but I didn't even know she sewed because she had sewed so long ago, and she mostly does like crocheting and needlework, like embroidery, cross stitching, that type of crafting. Oh, trying to narrow down your crafts. Yeah. I feel like that's one thing that crafters have in common. We have so much stuff, and then all for like a variety of crafters. I'm really bad about keeping everything. If you are trying to narrow it down, though, you should see if, like, uh, the local schools near you, like the art teacher or even just like homeroom teachers and stuff. I used to bring a lot of my extra craft supplies into my classroom or just buy stuff to do crafts with my students and stuff. So, yeah, so if anyone looking to ever get rid of things, that's a great option, a local school near you. Oh, pottery. That I've never tried pottery, but I'm really, really bad at like traditional type art stuff. I mean, I guess I've never really given it a chance. So, but any type of sculpting that I've ever did with clay in class and stuff was awful. So I can't imagine my pottery would be much better. Oh, Rita, I'll check that out. Called Starburst Block. I'm gonna look for that one. Yeah, definitely ask like your kids' teachers. I'm sure somebody in the school building would use it. Oh, that's awesome, Nicole. It makes me so happy to see that you guys have already either like donated to schools or um, thinking about it. Because let me tell you, we can put it to good use. I can't tell you how much money I have spent on my own classroom. So it's really, really awesome to get donations like that from the community. Oh, Nicole, yeah. So you know, you being in the school system. Yeah, I never took a ceramics class. I never really did traditional art classes because I was just so bad. Like I can't draw or anything like that. So, but all right. So I just finished up these. Let me see. I'm like, let me make sure that I have all of them laid out correctly. Look like sun rays from Creative Feet. All right, I'm gonna look up that one too. Thank you so much for sharing that because I really do enjoy quilting and I see these amazing creations with paper piecing, but just seems so intimidating. Machine sewing the doll dresses. I've never tried to make doll clothes. I have a couple Ellie and Mac patterns that are for like the 12-inch dolls because my nieces love the American Girl and like the other off brands and stuff. Um, so I should really try to make them because I think that would be really cool. They would love like matching outfits. All right, so now that this was month 5, I'm not gonna do month 6 because it took way longer than I expected, especially with me having to unpick some stuff. So cotton cuts, whether you order it like monthly or ahead of time, they give you, it comes like in this plastic bag. So what I always do is if there's more than one section, I'll label it section A or B. But these are all the same. So I literally just fold everything back up so I can see the blocks and then store it in here because why they call it a puzzle mystery quilt is we don't know what the end result will look like. So at the last month, it will tell you like, so section 5 to section 1, and you put it all together and you learn then what it's going to look like. So this is just how I stay organized through each of the months. Oh, use freezer paper and do not sew through the paper. Thank you for that tip. That is helpful. Oh, in the local library. Wow, $50. I mean, I'd be happy with $50 now. That's amazing back in the 70s, and especially in middle school. That's incredible. I was saying earlier that the next puzzle mystery quilt is I am going to be the ambassador for Phoenix, which is batiks, and I'm super excited because it's going to be my first batik quilt that I've ever sewed. All right, well, I'm going to hop off for tonight. Thank you guys so much for chatting with me. I really, really enjoy it. Like I said, I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support and really look forward to Tuesday nights. I think the plan for next Tuesday is I'm going to cut out the backpack for my sister and start sewing that up. And that's the Steon backpack by Lacus Design. I have a full length tutorial, so if you're curious what it looks like, you can check it out there. So, thanks everyone. You guys are so sweet. I really enjoy the conversation too, and everybody, even if you're just popping on to say hi quickly or lurking. So, hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you whether it's on my social medias or next Tuesday night. Enjoy. Bye, everyone.